Hello there, it's Mike Smith here from the I Am Life. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a product called Members Kit, which is generated and created by Brett Rutecki. I think many of you are aware of who Brett is. He's quite a guy, I've got several of his products and they've always been superb, and this is no exception. Let's just take a quick look inside and kind of like go from there. I'm going to log in here. Typing is not my strong suit, but I do the best I can. So there we go. Okay, now we're in the login screen for this product. It's a fairly straightforward product. Um, a, a cloud-based software that lets you build membership sites easily and fully functional with a lot of capability. The basic process allows you to have 5 member sites. Each of them can have unlimited members. You can have 1,000,000 members in one of your 5 membership sites. The membership sites can be, different niches. You might have niche segmentation where you have one group is list building people, and the other one is audio or video recording, something like that. So you could have different membership sites based upon the content of the membership site. But you can create 5 of them with just the basic package, and frankly, $67 one-time fee is a relatively inexpensive for a membership site that does what this will do. In fact, make sure you understand it includes the hosting. You can host all your membership sites on MembersKit, and it's all the hosting services are provided, and the support, by the way, by Brett Viteki's team. So it's a very powerful set of situations that you can use to your advantage. Let's talk about it briefly, and we're going to take a quick look. This is a typical opening page on most of Brett's software. What we have here is we have a typical dashboard, support, extras, tutorials, uploads, membership, and we'll go over these one at a time and take a look at what we're all talking about. Um, as we realize from most things that we've ever purchased, if the support isn't good, the product isn't good. I mean, it's ridiculous to buy anything where you can't get support for it. And one of the strong points of Brett Viteki and Mike from Maine, his partner, is their support. I've gotten fantastic support from Mike on some questions that frankly were stupid questions, and he still answered them. Sometimes you might keep in mind that sometimes you ask a stupid question, you'll get an answer you don't really like. Brett can be blunt and to the point, but sometimes that's exactly what you need when you've really gotten lost. Just send him a support link, tell him as much information as you can, your name, the account login email, and the software that you're using, because he's put out a lot of software, and he's not going to know which one you're talking about unless you mention it in your email. So getting email out to him, really easy. He's very quick to respond. I've had cases where I ask him a question at 9 o'clock at night and really not expecting any kind of an answer until the following day or the next day. And at 11 o'clock at night, he's answered me already. So I don't know when he sleeps, but he's superb in support, does a great job, which typically in my mind makes his products worth a lot more than they normally would, because he's there and he's been there a long time. He doesn't leave you laying in the bushes. So anyway, support. Extras I'll get into briefly. This package comes with a couple extras which are really going to be powerful, and I'll talk about them a little bit later. But they're free programs that you will have access to that cost money. I mean, you could buy them today and you'd have to pay for them. In fact, one of them is $67, and the other one, I can't remember whether it's 47 or 97, but they're not cheap products. They're products that you will be able to use very effectively with Members Kit. So I'll get back into those in a minute, okay? Tutorials, Brett always provides great tutorials. Every product he makes he has put out has training. His WordPress plugins have built-in training. I mean, right inside the plugin itself. He always has. He takes a lot of care and concern over making sure that you are going to understand and be able to use the products that he puts out without falling all over yourself. And he does a great job at it. His tutorials, as an example in this case here, is he's got 3 videos. They cover the whole range. Um, it's He's got basic usage, which is obvious. He's got this is interesting too. We'll get into this here, page order and drip feeding and the upload section. So we're going to get into each of those three, but the basic, what we would say actually your basic usage is the main video, and it really covers the training on how to use MembersKit very, very nicely. So let's take a peek here. Okay, uploads is, and I'll come back to this in a minute, but uploads is just a place where right over here you can upload a new file. That file must be a zip file, okay, and it has to be, I believe, 10 megabytes maximum. I am told, I've never run into this problem, but I'm told that if you upload a video, or a file, excuse me, a zip file, and it is not accepted, and yet you know that it's less than 10 megs, and you know that it's zipped, then more than likely what you have is it's a duplicate file. There's another file that has been uploaded with exactly the same name, and it will not let you do that. So if you run into that, just try changing the name, one character, change it slightly, and try it again, and it should really work. I've never run into it, but I'm sure it could happen. So this is where you upload files. Now we'll get back to why you would upload files later, but obviously there's a reason for it. Broadcast is an interesting little add-on here, which I like the looks of. Since you're going to have multiple, you probably have multiple members, member list, I should say. So you could have different memberships, like I got here, test membership and TML list building membership, that you want to send a message, a special note, something you've changed something you need to make all of your members aware of for that list. You can put your message right in here, just type this in here, and you can then send that broadcast message. Now that message will go out to each member as they log in the next time, and they'll get that message, some notice that you need them to make sure they're aware of, some change or whatever it's going to be. So it's really an interesting side to this. I like the fact that he included it. The real work in this whole thing is done memberships. Now, we're going to click the memberships thing in here. Everything's done here. Now, this is a very simple looking page, but it does a lot of complex things. We've got membership name over here. I have two of them listed here right now. One is a real list. That's my list building list. The other is just one I've been paying with. It's just a test membership. And you have 5 icons over on the far right side. These icons are used to tell you for performing certain functions. If you were to look at this icon here, it's a list. It's a URL to your link. I said link. I said list. It's a URL to your link for them to have access to this membership. So if you wanted someone to have access to it, you would send them to the home link, and they would go. If they go to the home link, they go directly to that membership site. If you give them the sign up link, it will be where they sign up for it. So if you were someone asked you if they could be a member, you could send them the sign up sheet. They would then sign up and be linked over to that appropriate membership site. So that's that link. That's this right here. That's for the links, and those you'll use. This is the icon here is for creating pages within your membership sites. Remember, your membership site is there to provide something to your members. It could be training, it could be videos, it could be downloadable files. I mean, you'll dictate what you're going to put as content into your membership list, but this would be where you would add that content. Now, as an example, the TIML list here, I've got stuff in it. So if I took a look at that, I'd show you that I've got 15 chapters so far, or 14 chapters so far, of a list building series that I put together. And this I put together for my members. So these would be the pages that I've added. Now, if you looked at these pages, once you come into this page here, you'll notice that we have some icons over here. We have order, which you set to tell which one of these is the next one in line. You'll notice I have a home. That's the chapter number 1. Chapter number 2 is order number 2, because that's the one I would make sure they want to see next, and 3, 4, 5 through the end of the sequence. As you create a new page, it will always show up with H as home. So right now, this new page here, I would want to change. It can't be 2 homes because you'd never know which one for sure is going to pop up. So we would change the name of this and change the order. The next three icons are straightforward. This is an edit. This is where you edit the page. The next one is where you duplicate a page, and this is where you trash the page. Now, duplicating a page is interesting because you might create a page with a specific format. It's a format you want the layout to be exactly the same for the next couple of pages. So you could create that page and duplicate it. And when you duplicate it, you would create a new page, which, if I create it over here, would create the new page. So now I've got Lisp Chapter 1, a copy. So now I could change the content of this one here to keep the same format, but have different content, which I'm not going to do, but it shows you how powerful that is. So we're going to delete that page because we really don't want it. The next thing would be this whole issue of editing. So here's my edit page. Now suppose I had a page that had nothing in it. I don't think there's anything in this new page here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to delete it. Okay, delete that. And I was going to create a new page. I'm going to say, I think if I learn how to type, this will be a new page. I'm going to create the new page. Okay, there's my new page. This has nothing in it. It's just a placeholder for a page. So I'd go to the edit. And what would pop up is a creations play. This is a drag and drop field. This is your page right here. It's a blank page. It has some controls. If I could get to the controls. It has some controls. I'm having so much trouble today. There we go. It's having some controls. These controls would be for clearing the page, setting up a template. I'll show you this in a minute. Saving the page, which you always have to do. If you leave without saving your page, it is lost, okay? And help. And this would actually take you back to your help screen. So let's close this for a second. And let's, here we go. Okay, now this page, drag and drop editor, you could, if I would get my cursor in the right location, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm just having one of those days. Okay, I'm going to take the button. I'm going to take a button here, and I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to create a button. I'm going to say, click here. Okay, if I could type, I'd say, click here. Okay, and there'd be some URL. Okay, we got that. And I want it to be, I like blue, so I'll make the font be blue. And I'm going to make that'd be white. I know, that's fine. Okay, let's make it a little yellow here. Let's go a little yellow. I'm a mouse crazy today. Okay, there we go. I'm going to create this button. Okay, so here's my button. And it's just a click here. Okay, I didn't spell it very well. Okay, so click here. So I've created a button here. Now this button, you'll notice, has a link. If they click here, it's going to go to where the link URL says. So we've got now a clickable button here. I could have text. I could take and put text in here, and this is the text block. This is my text. And I could say I want it pretty big, so I want to make it 30 pixels. And I'm going to insert it, okay? That's my text box. I could have colored box. I often use these. I don't know why, but makes for interesting putzing around. I'm going to say that's my box, okay? And I'm going to take this here. I'm going to have it in the back. It's okay. It's in the back. Let's say that. And I want to make this here in the front. So we'll just layer this thing. We're going to do a little layering. So now that's in the front, okay? So what we've got here is, you know, we could start building up. Now we can put images. This is upload an image. This is to do clip art. If we wanted clip art in here, we just drag it down and say, I want some clip art, and I want something. I don't know what it is yet, but I want a warranty. I want to guarantee what's going on here. So there we go. So I put up guarantee in there. So you can actually start playing with this. You can put images in. You can put HTML text. You can put iframes. So you can go crazy building this page that you're going to present to your users. So you can really do some fancy stuff here. Now, If you wanted to save this, you'd say save, and it would save, because otherwise it's gone when you leave the page. So when we exit this editor, that we've now saved that. Now, on this first page of mine, I happen to have text, because this is a text entry to intro into list building basics. And I've got, the information here on where we're going to go with this, and some assignments that they have to deal with, and it's all text. I could, though, just as easily have the next page be videos, etc. So let's take a look at that for a second. Let's go in here and look at this page here, and we're going to pop open this guy here, and we're going to look at a thing called templates. Now, remember, I've saved this page right here, but if I create a template, it'll replace this page. This page will no longer be saved. So I'm going to say template. This will overwrite your current page. I say, okay, fine. And I'm going to create a side video page. Now, this is a template. So now you could take this template, since it's already set up this way, and you could use it or change it to fit your needs. You could say, I don't need this last one. I'm going to take this guy out. I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to delete this box here. I don't need it. Okay, good. But that's what I want. I'm going to have two videos, and I'm going to have some video information here, and I can change this information any way I wanted to. Okay. So, also in these fields here, I don't know if you noticed that, but you can use HTML tags around these. So if you really want to get crazy, bolding and centering and all that, there is no problems. You can do all those HTML codings that you want to. So you can set tags all over the place. So you can tag these and use HTML tags to change the way it displays. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just, like I say, though, it's a template, so you can use it. Let's go back for a second. Maybe the page that you want to use, I want to create this again, is a file download page. Sorry for that small glitch there. I got in trouble, and I guess you do that every once in a while. The download, when you set this particular template up, it will ask you for your link URL. This is the link to the download page that you want to download. And you can find that by just clicking here to view the uploads. This is an upload that I put up there. You would just grab this upload file that you want, copy that, close out of the window, and paste it right into here. So now, when I pasted this into here, that is the file that the user, your member, will receive when he clicks here to download. So you would describe what you're downloading to him up here and click it there. Sorry about the confusion on that. Sometimes I get turned around. I don't know why, I just do. Okay, so let's continue on here. So now we've actually going to exit this editor. So we've talked about creating pages. We've talked about adding pages, editing the pages. It's really a straightforward system. You could probably talk it to death. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this one right here, my new page. I want to delete that guy, and because we really don't need him. And I'm going to say okay. So we could say a lot about the whole package, but there's 3 or 4 significant issues that we really just keep in mind. First, it's a self-hosted. You don't have to host it. It's free hosting for all your membership sites. Secondly, it gives you some extra software, which is really valuable. I mean, you'll find yourself using this software because it's really fairly powerful. Those extras, again, just to make sure, WP Embed, the Profit Canvas, the Mail It, and a ton of done for you videos, which can be used as content in one of your or all of your membership sites, but also is really good training for anybody who wants to get a little bit of training extra and go back and do a refresher course on things that we sometimes get rusty on. Okay, so it's a nice product. It's relatively inexpensive. It's $67, which it's a one-time fee. By God, for hosting, forever hosting for $67 is not a bad idea. It provides you the Profit Canvas, the Mail It, and a ton of training. There's 2 OTOs. The one OTO moves you from a limit of 5 membership sites with unlimited members up to unlimited sites, and also gives you the developer's license so that you actually could take and sell, say to your, so you have a client and you're taking care of their WordPress business, you're taking care of their website, and they decide they need a membership site. You can say, fine, I will take care of that for you. And you can act like it's really difficult to do, and you can go click, 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 and set them up with a membership site very easily, and then charge them for it. I mean, how great is that? So it's a nice product. You can use it in a lot of different ways. It can be used in any kind of a niche. Um, your your uh, your own kinds of interest can be interjected into this, so you can have multiple niches that you're having memberships in. You can really get carried away with it. So I'm going to close that for right now. We've covered pretty much everything we need to as far as the memberships kit. I've put a link down below to lead you to more information in case you need it. Take a look. I think you really like this. It's a nice product. Okay. Thank you very much. This is Mike Smith from the I Am Life, signing off.